What's up, everybody? I'm back with another episode of the Keep Going podcast. Today I have a special guest, Mr. Giulliano Gallupi, Coach G as we like to call him at the gym. But he's the BJJ instructor and owner of American Top Team OKC. He started the gym in 2010 and has continued to grow it and changed so many people's lives since then. He's been involved in a plethora of things from UFC, different Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu federations, and much, much more. But this episode meant a lot to me because I got to get some one-on-one time with my coach and really get to learn more about his story and his mindset. We only had a limited amount of time because he is a schedule king, but I think this was a great episode. I hope you all enjoy it as much as I did. As always, keep going. Well, thank you, G. I appreciate you. Man, I'm excited because it's the longest we're ever going to be talking at one time. So I really look forward to it, and I appreciate your time. But I'm more interested in your story on how you got to where you are today. And I'm curious about kind of what it was like growing up in Brazil and where exactly in Brazil you started.
So, from the beginning, I born in Santos, is a beach in the state of São Paulo.
Okay.
The one of the biggest states in Brazil. And when I was 5, my dad got a job in Vitória. Okay. Vitória is the capital of Espírito Santo. It's another state, but a small state. Okay. It's north to Rio de Janeiro. And didn't have enough in the city. The state didn't have enough. We went to there to start everything. It was a big company and have investors, and they pick people from 3 big states in Brazil and took everybody to this small state and start to grow the state.
Wow.
Like where I live, the street was like sandy. Didn't have concrete, didn't have asphalt, nothing like that.
Wow.
And it's an island. The capital is an island. In Brazil, different than US. In US, you have small cities that are capital of the state. In Brazil, always the capital is the bigger and richer city of that state.
Okay.
So when you say, oh, it's the capital of this state in Brazil, you know it's a big place. But it was an island. The size, I think, is 81 kilometers.
Okay.
Square kilometers, like 81 kilometers. So it's really small. And we grow in a small community. But I always travel to places. I was not from there. You understand? And my dad and my mom always travel to everywhere because my dad is a chemical engineer. And this big company used to buy charcoal from around the world in the mines to bring it to the company to make iron. In Brazil, you have 5 big companies that make the iron, and they send iron to the whole world. So big mines of charcoal around the world want to sell the charcoal for these companies. So my dad was the guy that go to the mines around the world to check the charcoal, if the quality was good, make a big purchase to these 5 big companies, and they create this stuff. So my dad and my mom travel a lot. My dad know almost 100 countries.
Oh, wow.
And I grow learning that the culture was more important than money. So travel, check around the world how people is, how they think, how they live. So I know 15 countries when I was like 15 years old already. I already have gone to many places. And states around Brazil. When had the when I was a kid, we went to Italy to live in Italy too.
Really? Oh.
For some period, me, my dad, my mom, and sister stay in Italy in a company that do the same stuff my dad used to do in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the same. They were instructor this company in Italy. And they picked some Brazilians and some Japanese, took to there to build the company. But for some time, not to stay. Mm-hmm. And we stayed there for some time. And was another beach city. Is what I say about come to Oklahoma. I live in 3 beaches. I born on beach. I passed my whole life in another beach in Brazil. And then in Italy, we went to another beach. So when I came to Oklahoma, what is really different. And from there, from Italy, we went back to Brazil. And then I was like all the time come to US. I have friends living here.
That's crazy that you traveled so much so young.
And I have big friends move to here to work and stuff like that. And every year I come to here to fight on Jiu-Jitsu Pan-American, to visit my friends married, and we come to wedding, stuff like that. Until when I have the opportunity to come to Oklahoma. Libori was going to, in 2009, September 2009, had a UFC in Oklahoma. And Liborio, Greg Jackson, and John Heckman, Chuck Liddell's coach, were the 3 big names on that time. Mm-hmm. They had a big seminar for the Oklahoma community inside Century. Big place. I don't know, 150 people. Mm-hmm. All 3 seminars same day.
Oh, wow.
And because a lot of people, Liborio invited me to help him. And I came to Oklahoma with not think about come to here to live or whatever. On that time, I have a lot of ATT in Florida. The ATT base was in Florida. And the fighters that fight from ATT start to open small gyms around Coconut Creek.
Yeah.
Only Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
So it's how grow the ATT name. Mm-hmm. With Brazilian fighters from ATT open small gyms around Miami area. And when I came to help Liborio said, hey, what do you think about come to US and open ATT on Midwest or West side because we don't have nothing. And I was like, I don't know. I need to think about this. No, I say, to when? He say, 2-3 months. And I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
And I was here 1 week because I have this seminar on Century. That time, Century used to do all the UFC stuff, fight gear, stuff like that. So have UFC fighters on Century. They brought the Tap Out big RV with the guys from Tap Out. Have that famous guy that was the big hair that died later. But was like, Tap Out was really famous fight gear name. And they have a bunch of stuff during the week. And I start like, I told this in the beginning. I start to run the city, check places, stuff like that.
I bet it was so shocking to be looking around Oklahoma.
And I asked him, what are my options? And he said, Colorado Springs, Kansas City, or Oklahoma City. But because they're wrestlers, I think Oklahoma City would be a good idea. So, okay, let me go home and think about.
And you're still living in Brazil?
Yeah. This was September. I went back to Brazil. And the Brazil start to become a mess with the left side government. Really bad. I was in good shape financially. I had like a lot of students. I built my personal training business and I work with rich people in a highest level gym in Vitória, on my city. I have wait list to people, so I was in good shape with money. I didn't need to come. Mm-hmm. But I travel a lot. I didn't think that time I belong on a small city or on a city that I grew and would be forever there. I need something new. Mm-hmm. And the government was bad. I was like already imagining about. My first college degree was in economics, so I really know how everything was going. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't know if in a few years how I'll be here. This is my opportunity. Then I talked, and okay, in December I was here. Yeah, 3 months later,
Quick.
I was here. And I came to here with 2 friends, long-time friends. And one of the friends make a mess and took our money, the money we brought the money to put in the bank, open the gym in 3 months.
Yeah.
And this guy messed up everything, didn't put his part of the money. And we have already rent to pay, house to pay, insurance, and all the money was on the company business account. And we couldn't open the gym. After 2 months, we kicked him out because we were going to kill him, me and the other one.
Yeah.
We kicked him out. And we start to work in jobs like immigrant use to do. Landscape, construction, stuff like that, because I didn't want to return to Brazil. I was legally here. I have my work visa. I came on my work visa. Actually, I came on my athlete's visa. I was still fighting jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
I came on my athlete's visa to apply to my work visa because it's a longer process to the work visa, and I didn't want to stay waiting in Brazil. So I applied my athlete's visa, came, poof, and then here I start to do my work visa for high abilities, because the college degree, the master degree. And during 11 months, I stay work on stuff like that to get money enough to open the gym. And my students in Brazil, come back, you don't need to stay there, blah, blah. And I pass bad days here. Bad days where like, I don't tell nobody about the story that happened. We don't tell the sad stories. People want to know about the outcome, the overcome, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And was exactly what happened. I stayed 11 months in bad shape financially, but I say I don't return to Brazil until I do what I came to US to do. That's open the gym. And after 11 months, on November 19th, 2010, we opened the gym, or we scheduled to open the gym. Grand open and everything. I had enough money. You know, if you have a company, you need to have some reserve money to run the company at least 6 months.
Yeah.
I did. I opened with the money I had to open, to have the amount of money to pay the bills and have like zero money in the account until the next month. Was a lottery. And 1 week before we opened the gym was all set up, perfect. 1 week before, the company that owned the building,
mm-hmm.
was a big building on 630 May, where I have the big lots,
yeah,
the big building. We were on the edge. So normally when they change the roofing, what they do? They take part, put part. Mm-hmm. Take part, put part. The smart ass from the company start to open all and then close all. So we stay without top roofing probably a month or 2, because they took all and then they put the asphalt, mantle stuff, and then cover. One day, we prepared the gym 1 week before. Everything was good. We start sign-ups before open. And one Friday, came one of these thunderstorms from Oklahoma. We went to the gym. The gym was all down. Was ceiling.
Yeah.
That we put homemade. Me and my friend, we put each ceiling, mm-hmm. the other friend, 564 ceiling, piece of ceiling. We put without equipment on off. We did the construction of the gym, me and my friend alone, because we didn't have money. We was holding the money, working and do this to open the gym. So all the gym drop, the ceiling full, drip everywhere because don't have roofing. Mm-hmm. And we called the company. The company guys went to there, and the company guys was big company in Houston. They have bunch of big buildings in Houston, but in Oklahoma they only have that. So they don't fucking care about that building. And they have PetSmart, Aikens, big lots that already pay them a lot of money. So what was American Top Team small business there? Nothing. So they came, brought the insurance guy, and they said, no, I'm sorry, this. We go pay everything. You blink, they didn't pay nothing. I get an attorney, need to pay the attorney. I didn't have money, and I paid the attorney to go to the court against the guys. So on the court, a big company, they start to try to mess me up. Until the point where my attorney called me and say, hey, it's better we get off of this. Because they go push until you don't have money, and they go win. They offer us $5,000 to finish this stuff. I say, bro, this is at least 35, 40,000. I say, I know, but you will never go get this money. So we agree $5,000. Close the process, clean everything, put all the ceiling back, start the gym on the same date we told we were going to start. And this is how we start. From nothing. I remember like few months with the gym. One day, I finished pay the bills. I never missed one bill. Mm-hmm. One. I finished pay the bills. I had $6 in the account. And was how I started to do this stuff. Few years later, we were in good shape. When we finished the contract there, I want to renew because I like the place. May 6:30.
It's a good location.
Yeah. And the guys want to double my rent.
After already screwing you.
And was already really high price. Was not like even close to what should be, but was what I had on that time. Mm-hmm. And that time I need some big place. And some place where everybody could see me. And we went to the village place and start to build everything.
Yeah.
And we start to build everything. And it's from where everything starts. So it's a long journey. But
so after a few years, you went to that location on Britain?
Yeah, after 5 years on 6th 3rd, we moved to the village. And in the village, we stay 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah. But
how many students did you have when you started at the 63rd location?
We opened the gym. I remember we didn't have 6 a.m. class. We have 7 a.m. class. We have 7
We need to go back to 7 a.m.
No.
I'm kidding.
This is the point. We have 7 a.m. class because we think was the best time. Mm-hmm. We have 7 a.m. jiu-jitsu every day. We have Muay Thai 9 a.m. At the night we have kickboxing class, boxing class, MMA class for amateurs, mm-hmm. and jiu-jitsu class.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And then we start to move around to see what happened. My class, 7 a.m., I have 1 or 2 students. And I start to ask, why? Why we don't have people? And people say, because 7, we finish workout 8, and then I need to go home, shower. We can't go to the job. If it was 6 a.m., it would be better. I was like, are you guys serious? You guys make a mess. No, serious. Okay, I go put 6 a.m. If 6 a.m. works, we keep. Mm-hmm. If not, we come back to 7. And I put 6 a.m. and start to get full. In the beginning, like the first year, I have every 6 a.m. After the first, second year of the gym. Because in the beginning, I didn't have too much students. Mm-hmm. I passed few days that I stay to the class, nobody show up, clean the gym. Other day, 1 student. Other day, 1 or 2 students. And then start to build. But it's the normal what happen, normal. And then we put 6 a.m. and start to get like ton of people, 6 a.m. and I never took. My problem was not the time. I always wake up early. If I
it actually works. I mean, it makes sense for people to get to
If
work.
I need to put the class 5 and have people, I am here 5. I don't care. I come 4 a.m. to work out, so it's not a big deal.
You've always got up at 4 for a long time?
4:15 is my normal. In Brazil, it was the same. I have my first student 6 a.m. Mm-hmm. So I used to work out 5. Wake up 4:30, go work out 5 to 6, 5:50 I finish. Change clothes, teach my class. Was how I used to do. So my whole life was like this. And I was built this way. My dad and my mom were crazy like this. My dad and my mom work like it crazy. And me and my sister, we are the same. I don't have a...
You're the oldest, right?
Yeah. My sister 2 years younger than me. And we are really consistent together. Because we moved from the States when we were too young. Mm. On the city only have me, my dad, my mom, my sister. The family was us, and that's it. We used to 1-2 times a year in the vacation go to São Paulo to see my grandparents, my cousin. But we passed almost the whole year only us.
Yeah, that will make you close.
Yeah, closer than we were already. And we are like this till nowadays. So work is never was a problem. Mm-hmm. And because this I am so straight about when people, I don't have a job, I don't have opportunity. You create opportunity. Mm-hmm. I got fucked up here. I could go back to Brazil, was an easy way. Go back to Brazil, get my students back. No. I went to the hardest way. 2 college degree, 3 master's degree, I went to work on a construction.
Which most people wouldn't even do that because they're like, no, I'm too good for that.
Yeah. I see people that doesn't have nothing and they don't want to be a server in a restaurant because, I don't. Bro, it's a job. You are make money to pay your bills. That's it. Doesn't matter what people think. If you are not doing nothing wrong, this is the way. And it's what I did. Did the gym. Of course, I had too many problems at the gym. Internal problem. People that come and do you know. I'm really good on know who you are and check you.
Yeah.
And I know exactly who gonna give me a problem, who won't.
From the jump, huh?
Emily is crazy because sometimes people arrive, just check the gym and say, this will give me a problem. Oh, but you know, as 1-2 months, the people that give me the problem.
Real quick, I got to tell you this. My first day coming to the gym, Tez had told me to come, and I showed up, and you all were doing MMA no-gi, and I was like, I'm here to try a class, and you said, this is for my fighters. And I was like so shook that I just left. And then I remember them calling me to come back, and you're like, hey, you should have told me you knew them. I would have let you in. But it was just so funny because you're such a good guy. Like, you care, you love your students, you care about what they, not only training, you care about them in life. But some people, it's just hard to read you up front. So when you said that, like, it's just for my fighters, I was like, hey, I don't want no problems, I'll leave. But then I come back and you treat me like gold.
Yeah, but there is 2 ways to do this. Is what people doesn't understand. Have people that do this to like mess you up. I don't want you here. Mm-hmm. I do this not on purpose. I do this because it's how I was my whole life. Mm-hmm. Be straight and honest with people. They don't like you, but they will respect you.
Yes, sir.
Like I have fighters that I kick out from here. And I tell people, these fighters, they for sure, if you ask them, they go say, I don't like him because this and this. But I am 100% sure. No one go say it's because he lied to me or because he messed me up. Mm-hmm. No. It's because I am straight. Mm-hmm. And I prefer to do like this. I don't mind to hurt your feelings in the beginning.
Yep.
Because in the end, you know that was the correct way to you to know the reality.
Yeah.
I prefer people be straight with me. I have a coach here. And I start to see that he is not excited to teach anymore. I come to the coach and say, hey, if you don't want to teach here, I will be glad to hear from you. I don't want to stay here anymore. And you give me time, I put somebody else. And we'll be friends, you on your point. But I will be really mad if you start to get slow and mess my class, mess my gym, because you are scared about tell me. This is how I don't like you. Mm-hmm. You understand? Yeah. So I am straight with people, but I like when people are straight with me.
Yes, sir.
I prefer to be like this because you know exactly who you are. And with who you are having something. Here is the same. If you are at the gym, I go treat you exactly same. Black, Indian, white, girl, guy, gay, rich, poor. I don't care. I go treat. I don't have one people here that go tell me that I treat somebody different. Won't.
No.
But I am really straight with everybody. If you mess up and you are gay, I go talk shit. And don't come with bullshit saying it's because you're gay. I never happened this. Black, same. Woman, same. I never had any problem to somebody say, oh, he did this because I was black. It was not. Because I treat everybody same. So that day that happened this with you was probably was because that stuff was just to fighters.
And I didn't understand.
I didn't want nobody that was not fighter there. And it's not because you have no skills. It's because I don't want somebody that never did nothing to come to there and hurt. You first go mess up the training because the fighters know what to do. You don't.
Yep.
Second, you can hurt and never more be here. So I kind of create this where everybody has their space, but everybody has the space on the correct time.
I agree, because I think when people ask me about the gym, when I'm getting people to come, I always tell them that it's safe. And that's so important to people because they're so scared of martial arts. But I remember my first day, as far as jiu-jitsu, borrowed a gi, put it on, and I was with Kevin. And I got to learn, all I learned was posture. And that's what you do with everyone. When they're brand new, you don't kill them in the beginning because you want them to continue, because everyone has their own journey. So it's interesting because I bet other gyms, it's like, oh, he's a new guy, rough him up. But no, if you come in respectful and earn it, there's so much love.
Yeah, but this is more like, when I came to here, I say, the jiu-jitsu is changing too much.
How so?
Back in the day, we used to do jiu-jitsu to learn how to defend ourselves. Jiu-jitsu was a self-defense martial arts.
Okay.
And the name was jiu-jitsu. Brazilian jiu-jitsu was created, the name, when jiu-jitsu came to USA.
Okay.
Because there was a Japanese jiu-jitsu here. And was really different than our jiu-jitsu in Brazil. So to make a point where one is one thing, another thing is other thing, was create the BJJ. In Brazil, didn't have a BJJ.
It's just
It
jiu-jitsu.
was jiu-jitsu. So I came to here people think I am crazy because I didn't go to Colorado Springs and I came to here.
Yeah.
Second, people forget that I love martial arts. I started martial arts with 5 years old. My grandfather was a judo black belt. He trained judo till 75 years old. So I come from some martial arts where we really know what is martial arts, and not just jump there and fight. My dad and my mom, before I born, live in Japan. So we have that culture, Asian culture, respect, all kind of stuff. And when jiu-jitsu came to here, you start to mix it up with wrestling, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I really love wrestling. But wrestling is different. Wrestling and boxing, I don't consider martial arts. I consider a combat sport. And my goal was to keep the way jiu-jitsu was when I start to learn martial arts. And it's what I do here. Back in the day, when you enter a martial arts gym, you are part of a team. Back in the day, the gym was considered a family. We enter that gym, and you never more leave that gym. You are OU fan. You never will be OSU fan. You go born OU, and you go die OU.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was like this. We never went to other gym. So we create a consistent family on BJJ family at the gym you start. When I came to here, I saw that things were different. People go all over, all around gyms. And when you go to everywhere, it's not that bad. There is the correct way to go to other areas and cross-training. Mm-hmm. But there are people that go to other gyms to check every gym, and they don't belong to any place.
Yeah.
In Brazil, back in the day, nowadays it's the same as here, but back in the day, we didn't accept people that went to other gyms. You are not part of us anymore, because if you went to other gym, it's because you don't like here. Because if you like here, why you go to other gym?
Yeah.
You have a wife. Why you go find another girl if you have your wife at home?
Yes, sir.
You understand? It was exactly like this.
Mm-hmm.
We were called traitor. Traitor is the name?
Yeah, traitor. Yeah.
Because...
How do you say it in Portuguese?
Traidor.
Oh, okay, so
It's
close.
Because we are from that gym. And here I try to keep the roots of this, but a little open to the American mindset.
Okay.
I couldn't be so restrict like that, because this was 20, 30 years ago. It's not like this anymore. Mm-hmm. And the business in the US is different.
Yeah.
Here is too much business. So I need to treat it as a business, but keeping the essence. Mm-hmm. And I think this was the key. Yeah. Because I keep my classes really good to who I scare about start martial arts. Most part of the people come with a friend that convinces them to come. And then my job is to show them in the first moment that the jiu-jitsu is not that rough.
Yeah,
they were thinking. So it's my job to do this. My students' job is bring somebody that was scared. Mm-hmm. My job is to show them that they will think something was wrong and was not that way. And it's how people fall in love. If they think that first class was good, they come back.
Yeah.
And you start from there to build your people in the way you want. It's not changing people's mind. It's building character, building people on the right way. Because if you treat everybody on that way and you want to be everybody like a family, friends and stuff like that, that will be consistent and build consistent. And it's what I try to do. I don't need to have 200 students, but I can have my 100, 120. That's what I stay around, but consistent people. I have probably 25, 30 students that are here since I opened.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is most of them are from 2010. Yeah.
It's 14 years. It's a lot. I have a bunch of people that from white to black belt. Mm-hmm. So the first step on jiu-jitsu was with me. And I'm pretty sure when I travel and let these guys teach, nowadays I don't need to tell them anymore what to teach. Back in the days, when they were purple belt, I still say, I want you to teach this on my class, okay? I want you to tell me what happened. Nowadays I just say, you teach this class, you teach this class. And I am okay. I know they go teach exactly how I want. And it's how I create the gym. I tell people, it's a family, come to the gym. Mm-hmm. Because this is a safe place, like you told. Kid, bring the kid. I never had one case of people trying to flirt with girls on the mat. Yeah. They know how I am. They know if they try, I'll be looking, I go punch their ass. So, never happened. You are single, have a girl single, we start to go out everybody to watch fights and have a relationship, perfect. But disrespect here, you never happen. People, like, I tell people, it's your first day, you can leave your stuff in the bench, you can leave your stuff in the front desk, nobody will touch. If somebody touch stuff here, you'll be in trouble. And it's how I create our place.
It's unique.
I think is what people like is this. Even when people are lazy and don't come, they know when they want to come back, they can come back. Like,
what do you think?
This came back. Like, he knows. He knows if he wants some place that he can be there and people will like him, joke with him, mess him up, like it. He knows it's here. Mm-hmm. So people come back. Is how I think we need to do.
What do you think about the training with, because I talk to other people that train and they're like, no, we have a white belt class, a blue belt. Like, I love ours because you train with everybody and you learn fast.
So when I opened the gym, I had the same. We had a beginner's class, an advanced class. The problem is, the beginner's class, we never had this in Brazil. In Brazil, we
Always mixed.
In Brazil, we didn't even have kids class.
Oh, wow.
Kids were with adults. Nowadays, we have in Brazil. But didn't have. Kids start jiu-jitsu straight with the adults. Because most part of the kids in Brazil start on judo.
Yeah.
And then after 15, 16, move to jiu-jitsu.
Oh, you do judo that long first?
Normally. Nowadays, they don't do this anymore. They go straight to jiu-jitsu, but was how it was back in the day. So I start with beginner's class and advanced. What happened? The beginner's class, I have bunch white belts. Nobody knows nothing. So they go learn what I show. Besides this, is a fight.
Yeah.
And if you don't have too much technique, it's a combat sport. I tell people, you need to use power. This power is part of your body. Power is what you have. If you need to defend yourself, what you do? You go use power.
Yeah.
If you don't have technique, use power. And become a mess because kids hurt, people hurt because two white belts that don't do nothing, they go rough.
Yeah.
And after 2 years, I say, you know what? Some students start to ask, 7 p.m. was 6 p.m. was beginner, 7 p.m. was advanced. 7 p.m. is too late for me. I arrive home at 9, my wife, my kids. Can I do the beginner's class today? Blue belt, purple belt. Say, yeah. And I start to when I teach my movement, and put the purple belt and the blue belt to do with the guy. And I saw that the guys were learning faster. And I say, you know what? No beginners, everybody together. And because this I have my famous sentence, white belts pick a higher rank belt.
Yeah, the
because
higher rank doesn't pick the white belt. No. You need to go pick a higher belt.
And you go learn it faster because white belt with white belt, they go do exactly the move I show. White belt with a brown belt, they go do the move I do, but they can ask a question to the brown belt. But if I do this, because the move is, the foundation is same, but each type of body is different. You need to adjust something. That brown belt can help the guy adjust the move. He go learn fast. And when they are rolling on live, it's the same. Two white belts, they go use the power and that's it. A white belt roll with the purple belt that have some experience. The purple belt go catching him on some move and he goes, first thing what the white belt does. What do you do? Purple belt show. The guy go catch that movement and go try with another white belt. So you start to learn more than just the movement of that class.
Yeah.
And I think works good, but this only work because our base, our foundation 14 years ago was so consistent that I show you that purple belt that you were white belt. You are purple belt now.
Yeah.
You know more this guy.
Yeah.
You know how you need to roll with this guy. You know exactly when you need to go slow to the guy learn. And if the guy go a little rough, you know how to go rough without hurt the guy. Understand?
Yeah.
Because this work. What people say when come to from other genius, people beat me up there.
Yeah.
They want to show that if I'm purple belt, I need to beat up the white belt. You don't need to beat up the white belt to show them that you know more.
Well, yeah, it makes more sense to roll with them and let them learn.
And you know exactly the moment. The moment that you know you are good is when you let the lower belt do the movement and you look to their face and they know you let them to do the move, you know? They are not like, whoa, I caught this purple belt. No, I know he let me do. And it's how the guys learn.
Well, it's crazy because when I started, which was a little over 3 years ago now, I went with all your brown belts and black belts every time. And it just made it so much better because I was able to learn. So when I did go with a white belt, I wasn't even having to do the power because I knew this and this. And then like Josh, Trey, Shaq, all of them, they'll be like, hey, try this. Oh, this works for me. Do this. Yep. So it's cool to see that because it's the opposite of what you hear from other people with the aggression and things like that. But I want to dive into what it was like for you when you were competing all the time. Because I only got to, I'm unlucky, man. I only got to roll with you one time.
Yeah.
When I was a white belt. And then I want to know what it was like when you were killing people on the mat.
So, I never been a pro fighter first job. I had my profession.
Mm-hmm.
I started to study really early. Skillo, my friend, tell everybody that I was the nerd that did sport.
Okay.
Normally have the nerd, have the athlete.
Yep.
He say I was the nerd that did all kind of sports, what was not normal. So I used to work, go to the college and train. But I really like to compete my whole life. And I used to go, on my city didn't have too much competitions, and I used to travel to São Paulo, Rio to compete by myself.
Just by yourself?
By myself.
No coach?
Sometimes I have coach, sometimes I have other athletes.
Friends, yeah.
But I didn't care to go alone. And it's what I did. And like, I was really consistent on track for who was not first job fighter. You understand?
Yeah, because if someone does it full time, you think they're better, but you were right there.
Diet on track, strength condition track, didn't lose nights on nightclub, and was on my prime, body in shape, shred, big, brown belt, black belt, like, was whoa. And I was on track, didn't party, didn't drink. And because this, I don't get when people get lazy here on the mat. Some fighters like say, bro, this is your profession. This is your first source of money. And you don't take serious. Was not mine, and I took serious. Understand? So I used to, when I came to here, I told you, I came on athlete's visa to compete.
Yeah.
Open the gym and compete. When that year, that 11 months happened, the stuff, I say, now I will need to start the gym from the scrap. And to build in the gym, I need to be a coach and not more fight anymore.
So when you came in 2010, you would have been in your
2009.
30s? Oh, 2009.
And then I opened the gym. I arrived here December 8, 2009. I opened the gym in November 19, 2010. I say now I'm retired. And I go train my fighters. But I have 3 jiu-jitsu classes. I roll every single class with everybody. People come from other gym, wrestlers, monster wrestlers, on Saturdays. And when I came, Libório told me, listen, this is different than Brazil. In Brazil, you're a black belt. The guys respect you. Nobody come and go try to test you. Here is different. Go come people from everywhere in the first year here to test you. And I was like this. I have open mat on Saturday. 2 people come to check the gym. And come wrestlers, big wrestlers. I want to try. Have days that I stay 30, 40 minutes alone with one guy, big guy, wrestler guy, train with me to test me. And was the whole year. And I need to show to people sign up.
Yeah.
Because if they smash you, they leave with a big bad marketing. The guy lies the shit, blah, blah, blah. If you smash them on the good way, they go come back and go sign up. Is how I did. And people start to come. I used to train with the fighters, pro fighters, with everybody. And start to people give me respect. What happened is, with time, I start to have too much injuries. And I never had insurance here. And bad injuries from too long fighting. And it started to be rough, but I keep training. Didn't care about. 2012, I broke my pec. Should be surgery in 5 days. I didn't have money, I didn't do. I still have this fuck up. And I kept and hurt the knee and kept and blah, blah, blah. In 2017, I broke my tendon triceps, same side of and on that time, I didn't have insurance, but I was training Brian and Angel. Brian is orthopedic, Angel is physical therapist. I was training them to Ironman, and they become my friend. And Brian did my surgery for free for my triceps. I pay just the hospital, nurse, stuff like that. And he fixed my triceps, but he told me, it's all fuck up. If you want to last, you should start to slow down your train. Because if it is mess up again, you go lose the function of your arm.
Oh.
And I start to slow down. And train like 1 time a day, not 3. And past 2 years, 2019, they found 2 arthritis on my both elbows. What I didn't care. The big problem is sometimes rolling, my elbow lock. And the arm stay like this, I can't move. And if you have pressure here, look like go pop my tendon. Okay. The sensation was this. And my problem was not this happen. My problem is I am rolling for you, give you a good roll, and then sometimes it was not in bad position, it's in good position. I am rolling for you, and then I say, hey, I need to stop because my arm lock. This was frustrating for me. I was so competitive my whole life that sometimes frustrated me when I'm rolling and I need to stop because I'm not able to do movements. And I start to slow down, train 1 time a week, stuff like that. This is what happened. Would be really bad in the beginning because when you open the gym, you need to show where you come from and how you are.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't need it because my black belts all train with me the whole life. So if you don't know if I am good or not, you ask them, you don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't care about this.
And your black belts are tough.
If I need to roll, I roll. I restart to roll 2 months ago in the morning, 1 or 2 times a week. I'm not feeling too much pain. My goal is to restart to train, but I need to make some adjustments on my workout and everything to be able to train without using too much tendons and muscles and joints that are fuck up. But if it's said to you guys that can't train for me, imagine for me.
For you, oh yeah.
That I love training.
Yeah.
The whole life I was that guy we call in Brazil fominha. Fominha is that hungry guy. To train.
Yeah.
I want to train all the time.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 times a day. I was on vacation, instead of go to place, I stay on my city to get all the trains that day. So was how I was.
So it's hard for you now, for sure.
But I am slowly coming back, doing 1-2 trains a week, and my goal is to get better. I went to Brazil now, check everything, how's everything, so I know exactly what happened because I stay long without go to Brazil, and now I think I can, knowing what happened, I can start to train more.
Yeah.
But
I know you're on a time limit, so I want to get to some real quick. You talked about the respect, and that's the thing that stands out the most with you. So I know you probably get compliments, but I'm going to give you some more now. The respect that you receive, not just from me, but from your students, to your peers, to your mentor, Laborio, that goes such a long way. I remember when I was going to Florida for work and I asked you if I could train at that other gym, and you said, yeah, call him and tell him that you're Giuliano's student. So I called them and they're like, yeah, that's fine. When I show up, they're like, they probably think I'm someone off the street. So they're like, yeah, you can sign up and do a class. They weren't like really engaged. And I said, no, I'm Giuliano's student that called you. They said, oh, go in there now. You can train right now. And the coach there, they treated me like family in 3 days. Like, I got to roll with them. He said, hey, I know you're only a white belt, but come to both classes so you can get more work in. And then at the end of those 3 days, he's like, here, we're going to take a group picture with you at the front because, you know, you showed so much respect. And it's like, that wouldn't have came without all the stuff that you said.
Yeah.
So I just really appreciate you. And as far as my journey, something I tell people when they ask me about jiu-jitsu is I tell them the jiu-jitsu's fun, but something G did for me that means the most is he like reignited my structure. He got me back on track. I may not be the most on track guy, but I don't eat crappy food. I stretch all the time. I try to train. I don't want to drink. Like all these things that you instilled in us, bowing on the mat, shutting up when you're talking.
Yeah.
All those things, I know that everyone's going to tell you thank you, but it just means the world to me.
I in the beginning I talk. I want to build in the gym in the way people go. If one day you decide to open your gym, it will be the same way.
Yeah.
Understand? 1% of the students will become fighters. The other 99% will become life fighters. You need to have this to make it better on your life. And I see this a lot in Brazil. People that, I have friends that work whole day and come to the gym just to have this talk with friends on a mat, relax and arrive home, relax. To another day, on another day. Guy that is so stressed with things and he comes to the mat and forget.
Nothing else matters.
Understand? Forget, and he's fresh again. So most part of the things we do here is to make people better. You can use jiu-jitsu to make many things better. Eat better. Take care of your body. You have one body only. I get so mad when people say, oh, it's good to be fat. It's not. You are lying. And I know you are lying.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be fat.
No, nobody. They're like, I'm okay with this. It's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. And it's not just visually. Fat means you inside probably will have some problems in the future. You have one body. Do you want to have a heart attack? Get diabetes? No, you don't. So it's not just to learn martial arts. You can build character, respect. You can be healthier. And this is my goal here. Of course, I have some extra stuff like my college degree in physical education, my master in nutrition, in sports medicine. All this kind is a plus to my student that I can share because I don't hold the information. I think we need to share information.
Yeah.
I am not scared about show some stuff to you because it doesn't come to my mind, oh, but he will be better than me. I don't fucking care. Do you understand?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Like, if I do with jiu-jitsu, I have many gyms, the guy show the basic movement. And then you ask something, the guy, schedule a private session. No, people want the private session. I say, why you don't come to question day and ask me the question?
You told me
for
that.
For free.
Yeah.
You understand? I am not scared about share what I know. I think we grow doing this. I, Master Boy, asking things. I call my dad asking things. Why I go hold things that is knowledge that I can pass to people. So I really think for me, building people that can grow, people that I see here that have nothing and nowadays they have company, they are in shape.
Yeah.
That is better than I see a fighter. A fighter will have one in 15 years that to go like be a big fighter. Sometimes you don't have nobody at the gym that will be a big fighter. But fighter is for some time only. The guy fight 10 years and the other 50, 60 years of their life. I prefer to be remembered as somebody that help people to build the lifestyle, then somebody, oh, he's a good coach. Like for the fighter. He's a badass coach. He made me be a world champ. I don't mind about this. It's a plus. It's a plus, you understand? I'm not saying that doesn't count. It's a plus, but it's not my main goal. My main goal is to build people on the same way I was raised. What I think nowadays is not happening too much around. People are too like, you can do everything, and I still old school. I still think it's not like this, and the world is going to the bad place because we can, yes, have some different stuff because the world go move. The future is different. We can mold that stuff, but there is the foundation that need to keep consistent. If not, in a few years, everybody will be a mess.
Yeah.
So for me, it's more like this. My gym is my temple.
Yeah.
Where, like, I want everybody to feel comfortable, even when it's hot. I want everybody to feel comfortable and build themselves. Like, you can build
Yeah.
You are make another business, a different business, like that you didn't have because when you came to here.
No, I didn't.
It's not that the gym make it this, but the mindset, the different mindset, help you to get like, I can do this shit.
Dedication, belief.
I can do. Why not? I was shy. I didn't think I could do nothing in my life. No, I know I can do. I have power to do this and go. This is my job. I know I saved too many people that were fuck up. But I don't, in Brazil it's different than here. I talk to Emily about this all the time. You don't see me say, oh, good job, good job. It's not because I don't think it's a good job. It's because in Brazil, we, back in the days, in the old school, we don't use to compliment people. It's like, you should do this for you, not waiting for my good job. And here in US, it's too much like, good job.
Was it good? Was it good?
Please, sorry. And become nowadays, you're sorry, like you make a mess. And I tell, bro, why you do this? Oh, sorry. You make a mess again. And I say, bro, and I say, sorry. For you, sorry. Become a normal word. And it's not. Sorry is when you regret what you did and you say, oh, sorry, I go change. You understand? So
not the same mistake.
Exactly. So I don't expect one guy that was fucked up and because they didn't get better to come to me, oh, thank you for it. No, I see. You don't need to tell me.
I know.
Understand?
I know.
It's some stuff like that. So I don't show too much on words, but
your actions speak loud.
If I am on your side, if it happens something and I am defending you, you are sure that you did something good because I don't stay on the side of bad people. I kick people out and I don't care. I have no regret to separate good people to bad people. And I tell people who I don't like, they know I don't like him and not fake. I don't like you. I won't pass on your side and say, hey, how are you? No.
No, never.
I won't.
No.
You know that I don't like you. And it's how it should be. That's it. It's how I do. I think it's something that I won't change.
Well, you
I'm too old to change.
Well, a lot of people now, they like to put on all that fakeness to make it okay, where you're just yourself.
Yeah, the word is...
I know you're going to teach MMA, so the last thing I wanted to say is, I know you don't have to hear them, but I'm already here at this purple belt, and it feels like the beginning, but I'm so blessed, not only for the conversation, but this relationship means a lot to me. So thank you, Coach.
I appreciate same.
I know.
The same stuff.
Thank you, Coach. We'll get out of here.
Is that you sparring?
No, I'm recording.
He's a producer now.
I'm a producer.
No, I'm retired.
Yeah, he said he was coming this morning.
No, I didn't.